I'm Denise Montell, GSA President, and I'm very pleased to welcome you all and introduce a brand new collaboration between GSA and pgEd, the Personal Genetics Education Project. Our shared goal is to equip scientists to engage in two-way conversations with our colleagues, students, and the public about the social and ethical dimensions of genetics. This project is very important to the GSA and to me personally. Genetics has a real impact and relevance to society and a history that we simply can't ignore. Particularly in this time of reckoning with the full scale of racial injustice and health inequalities, as well as rampant science denial and misinformation, we scientists must take a more active role in providing trustworthy information to the public. Anthony Fauci has served as an inspiring example throughout the pandemic, but many of us don't feel qualified to venture into complex discussions about topics such as racism and eugenics, reproductive genetic testing, germline genome editing, and the use of genetic technologies in the environment. Many of us just don't even know where to start. Scientific societies have never been more important, and GSA is here to help our community learn how to engage in such conversations in an open and inclusive way. Fortunately, we do not have to start from scratch. We're thrilled to be able to collaborate with pgEd, an organization that has been developing these skills for more than a decade. We're fortunate to be able to learn from them. These conversations are not easy. pgEd brings extensive experience both talking with and listening to students and the public on difficult topics relating to genetics and society. For the past 14 years, they've been developing curricula, training teachers, partnering with communities of faith, and advising policymakers and television and film creators, among other activities. Together, pgEd and GSA are creating a series of online workshops free of charge for the GSA community on public engagement for scientists. We're also planning to raise funds to support public engagement internships and fellowships for scientists. Importantly, the program will have a special emphasis on opening discussions with the public to those who have been marginalized, economically disadvantaged, or otherwise excluded from conversations about science. Today, our discussion has two goals. One is to introduce pgEd and hear more about their approach and give you a chance to ask them questions. But another goal is to gather input from you, the potential participants in our program, to shape the initiative. We'd like to know more about your ambitions and goals, your needs, barriers, questions you'd like us to address, what topics we should focus on. We also really want to hear about your ideas, successes, and failures. To get us started, I'd like to introduce Ting Wu, pgEd's director, who many of you know as a prominent GSA member and regular FLY meeting attendee. In her scientific work, Ting studies how chromosome behavior and positioning influence genome function and evolution, and develops new genetic technologies for visualizing chromosomes in situ. In 2006, she and her colleagues launched a bold new project that became pgEd, promoting dialogue about genetic technologies with the public. Thank you for joining us today, Ting, and I'll let you tell the audience more about this visionary project and how we can help you.